Kia ora koutou. In this video I'm going to go through the end of topic test for Algebra 2 for Year 11s at Dub C. The video is broken into four short videos, one for each topic in the test. So this first one is on 6 questions about equations and expressions with fractions. So these are the first two, these are the second two, and these are the last two. If you want to pause the video and just work through those before I go through them. Okay, so the first one is one that really could have been in a Year 9 algebra test. It's just going over the basics of what we can do to simplify when we've got indices and we've got the same base. So 3x squared over 9x to the power of 6. Let's first of all look at the coefficients. Well, we've got 3 over 9, so 3 here and 9 here. So that simplifies to give me 1/3. I'm going to write the 1 in, but we know that we won't leave that in there. And then looking at the x terms, we've got x squared here, and we've got x to the power of 6 here. That means that we end up with x to the power of 4 in the denominator. Okay, I'm not going to go through why that is, because if you want that, then go watch one of my Year 9 revision videos, but that should be your final answer. Okay, the next question is one where we have to add 2 fractions together and we've got different denominators. So step 1 is to get a common denominator, and then step 2 will be to clean everything up. So my common denominator here will be 20. We multiplied the 5 by 4, so that's what we have to do to the a. We get 4a here. We multiplied the 4 by 5, so we multiply the 3a plus 6 by 5 as well. Now we can write that as a single fraction. So we have 4a plus 15a plus 30. Collecting up our like terms gives us 19a plus 30 over 20. All right, on to the next two. Okay, so this next one was quite poorly done by my class, because you didn't spot that you needed to factorize the quadratics in the numerator and in the denominator. So typically when you see a quadratic in a fraction, it's a really good idea to see if you can factorize it. And here we can factorize both the denominator, which will be x times x plus 1, and the numerator, which will be x plus 1 times x minus 1. Just notice that here we've got the difference of 2 squares pattern. And now we've got a common factor of x plus 1. So my final answer will be x minus 1 divided by x. We can simplify those terms. Okay, question 4. Well, let's look at 2x squared plus 9x minus 5 and see how we can simplify that one. The key thing again to do is to factorize the numerator and factorize the denominator. To factorize 2x squared plus 9x minus 5, some of you will be able to do that straight away just by looking, because the 2 and the 5 are both prime numbers. So there aren't too many choices to make. So we're going to have a 2x here and an x here. We could have a 1 here and a 5 here, or a 5 here and a 1 here. If I make this one plus 5 and this one minus 1, then I can check that that works out, right? We've got 2x squared, and then we've got minus x plus 10x, and lastly we've got minus 5. So that's how we factorize the numerator. Let's have a look at the denominator. Well, we have 2x minus 1 times x plus 5 here, and in the denominator we have a common factor of 3x, so it's going to be 3x times x plus 5. So this one simplifies to 2x minus 1 over 3x. All right, let's see. So we've got those done. Now on to questions 5 and 6. We're moving on now to solving equations, and we're solving equations with fractions. So there are a few different ways that you can go here. I'm just going to do one way in each of these questions. Here we're going to work first on the left-hand side, and we're going to get a common denominator, and that common denominator is going to be 6. 3 watts give me 6, 3 2s. So the numerator is now 4x 2 times what give me 6? 2 times 3. So it's going to be 3 3s and 9x equals 10. I'll just get rid of those loopy marks. So there we go. Now, going slowly with that, you can see that in the fraction on the left-hand side, we've got 13x over 6 is equal to 10. We're going to multiply both sides by 6. We get 13x equals 60, giving me x is equal to 60 over 13 for my final answer for that one. Right, now let's look at this next one. We've got a quadratic in both the numerator and the denominator, so we can start off by factorising. Factorising these two is not too bad. So x minus 3 times x plus 1 divided by x minus 3 times x minus 4 here. So we want to solve this equation. We should just note at this stage that when we get to our answer, we should just make sure that x is not equal to 3 or 4, because that would give us 0 in the bottom line of a fraction, and that would mean the fraction is not well defined. But once we've just noted that down, we've got a common factor now of x minus 3. So we can divide through by that, and now we have x plus 1 over x minus 4 is equal to 2, which is looking much better. We can multiply both sides by x minus 4. That gives me x plus 1 is equal to 2 times x minus 4. If we expand that out, we get 2x minus 8. So x plus 1 is equal to 2x minus 8. I'm going to go slowly with the x on both sides. First, we're going to subtract x from both sides, and we get 1 is equal to x minus 8. Now we're going to add 8 to both sides, and we get x is equal to 9. Okay, I'll be back later on tonight, and I'll do the other 3 sections videos then. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, just leave me a comment or send me an email.